Alright guys, so we are getting ready to pull the engine out of the dash stacked Beetle here, because this is what we're going to use for the Dakota. And I do want to go ahead and do a compression test on it first thing. Obviously that's bit us before. The BEW sure seemed to run good until we got it out on the road. So anyway, and yeah, if you're wondering, no, I cannot turn with these tires. They're pretty much touching the fenders, but we're kind of sizing tires for what we're going to do once we make this into a half car. So we are going to be putting a different engine back in this thing just to play with. But anyway, I had talked about doing a compression test if you are testing an engine for your donor car, and especially if you can't run it. But like I say, honestly, even if you can, your best bet is a compression test always. So I wanted to go over what you would do to set that up, and just to make it streamline if you do end up doing it while you're going to buy a car. I have this cheapo eBay setup here. I can put a link to it, but actually the fitting that was closest to working, I ended up having to cut about 1/2 inch off of it so it works on these VWs, but the threads are right, so it works alright, and obviously it's got the 1000 PSI gauge. But really about all you need to do ahead of time is locate your glow plugs, pull your glow plug harness, and get that area really clean. You don't want to drop any dirt or anything in there. This thing's already pretty clean, so I'm going to go ahead and do that first. I like to put some WD-40 or any kind of penetrating oil in there, because you want to be really careful pulling these glow plugs out. They are common to get tight and snap, and then you got to pull the head. So sometimes you got to work them back and forth and just keep spraying some WD-40 in there. But I have only had one break off on me, fortunately. So if you just are really careful with them, they should all come out. But that's the first thing. You just need a deep well 10. And if you're going to leave the injection lines on, you need kind of a swivel or something to get on there. Some of them are just a little in the way. But actually it just depends. This kit came with this 90 to go on the end of there, and that really makes it possible to do this with the injection lines still on there. If you only have a straight fitting to go straight out, a couple of these you can't quite get it in there. I think specifically this one, you got to take these two lines off to do this one down here. So if you have to do that, that'd be the step one, is get those two injection lines off. But I don't have to worry about those, so I'm just going to pull the harness out and get these glow plugs out, and then we'll start on cylinder 1. Alright, well, hopefully you could see there pretty well, but these things were really stuck. I kept working them back and forth and respraying them. I was about to actually just quit and leave them overnight, but they did end up coming. There's really not much of a feeling between it being stuck and it breaking. So if you're at all on the edge about it, I would say err on the side of caution. You don't want to break one off in here. So anyway, we got them out, and the next thing is, if the engine does run, you're going to want to at least take the fuel stop off, or the shut off solenoid, either that, or if it's easy to get to the plug here on here, this thing's actually broken, so I can just unhook the injection pump plug there. So we will not be getting any fuel, and we'll go ahead and drop our plug in here, get her tightened up, and see what number 1 cylinder looks like. Alright, so we got that done. Got some side commentary from the little guy. Can you say hi, Creed? Hi. Say hi. Hi. Yeah. So, got him there. I don't know if you guys could see the numbers exactly, but we had probably 380 on number 1, just over 300 on number 2. Number 3 was at 360, and number 4 was at 320. So a little lower than I was hoping. But still probably go ahead and use it for now. I think it sure starts up great. And the numbers are right on the edge of tolerance, so I'm okay with that. What's up, dude? Cheese. Cheese. So yeah, the dash stack works good for my light holder there. But anyway, that's about it for a compression test. Obviously 400 is your what you really want. This has got 210,000 miles on it, so I expected it to be closer to 300, but interesting there's that much of a gap in them. But that's what you're checking for, so anyway, we'll go ahead and get those lubed up good to put them back in and get this guy buttoned back up again. So anyway, thanks for watching.